G'day! In today's video I'm opening up a HP Omen. This one is from 2018 I believe. It's got the model number D15-DC0110TX. Gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver. And what I'm going to be doing here is opening it up and removing the battery for obvious signs that will be seen shortly. I'll be upgrading the NVMe SSD and I'll be replacing the thermal paste on here as well. While I'm at it, I'll also show you how to upgrade your RAM, so how you want to actually go about putting that in. So to begin with, we'll just take out all these exposed screws that we can see. All should be pretty straightforward. And once we get those screws out, this machine's going to assist me in opening it. How are you going to do that? By an expanded battery out the front. So you may need a pry tool just to pry in there. In this instance, I should just be able to open it. So as we can see here, this battery is not healthy at all. So I'll start off by taking this out just because I would recommend disconnecting the battery if you're going to upgrade your hard drive, just in the off chance that you may accidentally kill it. So with these 4 screws taken out along the top here, you should just be able to lift it up. If you have a look there, you can see that wavy kind of pattern on it. It should not be doing that at all. So this battery is definitely seen better days. So I'll put that off to the side. NVMe Drive is this bit here. Phillips head screw here. And I've already cloned that using a Cronus True image to a Kingston 1TB, a KC 2500, which I prefer the Kingston A2000s, but they're not really available nowadays. This bit here you see is a thermal pad, and this one's a Toshiba 256 gig NVMe, so that one is no longer needed. Now you can see a little notch here that corresponds with the notch down here. So I've got to put that in on a 45 degree angle and fold down and screw in. So I'll do that over here, wiggle it in, the pins are covered, push down, and then get that screw, put it back in. Now my screw is no longer magnetized, which makes this quite a bit more frustrating. Screw in, and that has now replaced the NVMe drive from this little baby. Next up, let's talk about the RAM. So the RAM is hidden under here. I'll move that all out of the way. And the RAMs are very similar to what we did just here. Should just be able to fold these out to the side. Pull those, they should feel slightly springy, and then you can just pull it out from there. You know the little notch just down here. See the pins here? A bit of gold running along and hidden. That just gets pulled out. 45 degree angle, pulled down to lock in. Same with over here. That should be able to pull that out, lift it up, out we go. Now we just have some 8 gig 2666. If we fold that back around, go with the 45 degree angle. Should be able to wiggle slightly. Push down, it should click into position. And the same with this one. 45 degree angle, pull down. Best to have it in matched pairs as well if you do have that option, as you will get a bit of extra performance out of it running in dual channel mode. Now next up, I'm not going to bother touching on the 2.5 inch drive over here, but we'll go here and we'll start by taking out these little screws, and I'm going to remagnetize my screwdriver. Pretty straightforward to do that. Grab a magnet, work it all in one direction, kind of like sharpening a knife. There we go. This bit here looks like it should come off. It's like it's a bit of dressing to it. Anyway, I think these bits here will need to come off too. There we go. I feel like that should almost come off. No, it's not, so we'll proceed. I reckon there might be a screw hidden under here too. Ta-da! There we go. Pretty heavy duty power lead here. Wiggle it backwards as I pull it backwards. There we go. The charger port's also replaceable if you do accidentally damage it. That is a nice bonus. There we go. One more screw over here. That rear plastic vent looking thing. Been a bit stubborn. These all seem to be connected though. I'll work my way over to the other side now. Proceed with what I was doing. This one just seems to be a little bit more complicated than normal compared to most other brands. And do this one as well. This one here. Probably not quite necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Weird cage. Kind of interlocked like that. The side. Now we're starting to look a bit more conventional. As you can see, that magnetizing that screwdriver is definitely helping. Go back over to here. Oh, and as you see, I just broke a tab there by accident. There we go. Bugger. Anyway, move that out of the way. I should be able to lift up this bracket now. One more screw down the bottom here. And that feeds into there. There we go, those ones are all disconnected. These ones over here. There we go. Lifting. Do have to disconnect the fans. Pull up and wiggle just slightly, forward and back. So move it over here. Wiggle. There we go. Now we should, bit of luck, lift this out. It seems to be slightly snagged under here, so I'm curious if there is also another hidden screw. Which wouldn't surprise me. Aha. It's hidden underneath that thermal pad. Flipping it over. It's going to need a bit of a dust blowout. Then we'll clean that thermal paste off. So a fair bit of dust did just come out of it. So now I'm going to use some just toilet paper, some isopropyl alcohol. Give it a spray. Give it a wipe. This stuff is definitely from 2018. It's very dry. See, cleans up pretty well. Same over here. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this while pushing it onto the board. Just doing that so you guys can see it in view. There we go. I'll move this out of the way now. And now let's clean the chips. Again, spray on here. Big wipe. Spray on there. You can see some of the thermal paste has crumbled down the side here. This stuff's non-conductive, so it should be fine, but I will brush that off. So I feel like a fair bit of thermal paste has gone down the sides underneath this black tape. Clean. So it could be cleaner, but that'll be okay for now. So I'll use a toothbrush just to flick this stuff off. There we go. Okay, looking good. Now I'm going to use just Arctic Silver 5. Stuff I find is fine. There's some there. Some there. Spread it out a bit more. Yeah, looking alright. Now it's a matter of realigning the cooler. Line up. I'm looking here, here, and all here. Just lower that in. There we go. Now I'm going to use just the Phillips head screws and make a cross pattern. Don't need to do them up all the way super tight to begin with. It's enough that it's not going to go anywhere. Because we'll go over and tighten them up in just a second. Okay, so they're all loosely done up. Now let's tighten them up and make a cross or opposite corners. Work my way that way. Next up, reconnect your fans. Push straight down from the top. Click into position as well. Ignore that power cable just for now. There we go. Now we're going to need feed through here. Line that up. Give it a push in. I don't think there's any other hidden screws under there. Should be right to put that collar on. Trace it back into its position. Push this back into position. There we go. Like so. Now do remember there is a screw up the top here. Now we'll put this back on. Feed it from the top over the top of the laptop. There we go. Feed it. Should be able to click it into position. There we go. That's in. Now, a matter of going through the screws. Flathead screws on here and here. The side's actually coming together a bit better than expected. Do remember there is one down here. I should just better feed it in and screw it in anyway. There we go. And one down here. There's also one hidden for the fan just here. Another one. According to my screws, there should be 2 more on this side. There. Lastly here. No, that one's not lining up. I've got one mystery screw. Hopefully it's from the other side and it's just rolled over. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th under here. Now that I think of it. We aren't rattling around, so that's a good sign. Put that screw down for now. Focus back on the other side. Just put the line this up. There is one hidden screw under here. I do believe there may be one hidden screw according to that little arrow there. That may be a brand name. What have we got? We will use this one down here. Now I'll put the cover on. Another screw. NVMe back on here after it was removed. Actually, I wonder if that's the NVMe screw. It fits, it's. There we go, that's on. That one there was a longer screw. Have a look over here and go with this on here. Do line up to a different position. So I do have one mystery screw after all that. So I'd say I probably put one in the slightly wrong position. No, that does look to be that one. I'd say there was one screw hidden under this shield that I didn't put back into position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, now he's got me confused. Yes, 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 yes. Looking alright. This is one of these, but I'm pretty certain I did all 4 because I went over all of them. I'd say we should still be okay. So from here, I'm going to proceed. Just look to have lived on here. So a bit higher there and there. Not sure what its purpose is, but we'll put it back on. Now, from here, I'm going to worry about leaving the battery out just because of the damage to it. We'll put it back in there just for the sake of completion. This will be getting swapped over quite soon once stock arrives for that. So 1 screw, 2 screw. It did have some clips underneath here, 1 in 2 positions, here and here, and then do the 4 screws. And from there, I've upgraded the NVMe SSD, replaced the thermal paste. Somehow lost 1 screw along the way, but that's it being too mission critical. Next up, we're going to line this up, push down. It should mostly click in. At the front, it's not going to click in for me just due to that battery, but everywhere else should screw in just fine. So just keep using your Phillips head screwdriver, continue on with the job. 2 big long screws go here and here, and all the others just go everywhere else that you can see that is exposed. So I'm working my way from the front to the back, from the back to the front, just because of that expanded battery, but for you guys it shouldn't matter which direction you work. Go. 2 more at the front. One there, and the final screw. There we go. Need to brush the dust off here, but overall, that's now one upgraded HP Omen 15 from 2018. Bye.